Hi, welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I'll continue with class and object concept. If you have not watched my previous video where I had explained the class and object theory part, this was that video. I had given lot of real world examples and I had explained the class and object concepts very clearly. So if you have not watched this video, I want you to watch this video first and then watch my current video. If you have watched my previous video, you would have understood that a class is just a blueprint. It actually defines the properties and function of similar group of objects. See, you cannot actually group human and animal. You cannot group them because human have different properties and they does different task, and animal have different properties and the function is different. And also every object has properties and function. You have to tell what are those properties and what is those function of those objects that you are grouping inside the class. So when you write a class, you have to define the properties and function of similar group of objects. You cannot group human and animal or any different categories. Now write a class laptop. So inside class we have to define the properties and function of the object. Now here inside the class laptop I have to define the property and function of laptop objects. Remember, there is a special function called constructor, and inside the constructor function we have to define all the properties. In Python, the special method called init __init is the constructor method in Python. Inside this init we have to define the properties. One important thing is this function init accepts one compulsory parameter self, and whenever you are defining the properties you have to say self dot and then property name. What is self? Sorry. So what is self? I'll make you understand later. So say self dot brand equals maybe HP, or I'll use MacBook. Self dot color, say gray. Okay. Now we have defined the properties of the laptop object. So we should also define the function of the laptop object. Just for our example here, I will simply write the function name print, and inside the print function I will display the brand. Remember, I cannot simply say brand. We have to always use self dot brand. And even when you write the function, the parameters also has to be compulsory passed. Why so? Why the self keyword? I will explain you later. Since I have not created an object, you may not understand about self keyword as of now. And this is how you create a class. Now, just by creating class, it does not work. You need to create an object. And remember, you can create objects how much ever you want. And those objects should be belonging to laptop class. So how do I create an object? I should come outside the class. And if you want to come outside, indentation is important in Python. And this is how you're outside the class. And first To create an object, you have to first give the variable name, say HP equals, and now you need not use new keyword in Python. If you have a background of Java or JavaScript, you know that to create an object, we use new keyword. After new keyword, you should tell what the class name, object of which class. Say laptop class. Like this, you were writing the code in JavaScript and Java. But here, no need to use new keyword. Directly you can tell laptop, and this code will create an object for laptop class. This was the slide which I had made. So to create an object in Python, we just say object name equals the class name. No need to use new keyword. And then what happens? It goes to the class laptop, and inside that it automatically goes inside init function. And inside the init function, what properties, we also call it as data members, what properties or data members it has, it will give those properties, so it will give those properties and create an object for HP. In Python, what happens is, whenever an object is created in Python, when you create an object in Python, Python is automatically calling a method called underscore underscore new underscore underscore method. So that in turn calls init method. Similarly, even the underscore underscore string underscore underscore method is called when you are calling print method. So this init method, how it is called is, whenever object is created, Python is automatically calling underscore underscore new method, which in turn call init method. So that init is the special method which is nothing but the Python constructor, which is called every time the object is created, which is used for initializing the data members in the object. Now you understood that whenever you create an object, it goes to the class and goes to the init function, and inside the init function, what properties and values you have given, those properties and values it gives to the object. This is by default. So in by default, the property value for brand is Apple, so it gives brand value as Apple for the HP object. But what if you need to change the brand to HP? Then you can explicitly tell HP, which is the object name, dot. You will use dot operator. After dot, you have to say the data member equals whatever value you want. Doing this here, Apple is changed to HP. I hope you are clear. So here if you see, it is giving MacBook because you just created an object, and it created object with these default values that you have given inside the constructor. That is init function here. So if you want to change, you can tell object name dot the property that is brand equals say HP. Now when I print, it will give HP. I hope you're clear. Now let me create one more object. As I told, you can create multiple objects. So I'm saying Dell equals laptop, and I have told Dell dot brand equals Dell. And now using, if I want to print, call the print function for the Dell object, I have to say object name. For which object you need to call that function, you have to say that object name, which is Dell dot print. Now what happens? It will print HP and Dell. So what happened is, when you tell HP equals laptop, it went to the laptop class, it went inside init function, and it created an object with the default properties for color and brand, that is gray and MacBook. Later you told for HP object change the brand as HP, so it changed it for HP object the brand as HP. And then you're calling hp.print, so for it goes and calls the print function for HP object. So I hope you understood that you have to create one class and put all the properties and function of similar group of object, and you can define multiple objects. So don't you think this made your code more efficient? Because you know that HP is an object which belongs to laptop class. It has same properties, and even Dell is also a object which belongs to laptop class itself, and like this all these objects are having same properties and function. So you have created a class only once, and what properties and function that is similar for all these objects you have only defined once inside the class laptop. So you need not put the properties and function each time you create HP object, and again you need not repeat same properties and function for Dell object and other. So you can create class once and you can create multiple objects for that class just by saying HP equals laptop. Now understand more about constructor. A constructor is a unique function that gets called automatically when an object is created. So if you see, it starts with the def keyword. How do you write the constructor? It's not the constructor method. Init is a method which is constructor in Python. You start with def and then you use underscore underscore init underscore underscore, and one argument is compulsory, which is self, and self is used, it is a reference. And I had told you that in javascript we use this keyword. This is a reference that we were using. Here we use self keyword, which is a reference for that instance, current instance of the class. This is very important for you to understand. Let me go back to the example. See, the current instance is that instance that it is getting executed that time. So, of course, when the code is getting executed, it goes line by line, right? The first is HP object that is created. So, an object is nothing but an instance. So, the instance, when HP object, this line is executed, of course, the instance is HP, and self is referring to that current instance. Means what? Self is referring to HP object. Here, it will be referring to HP object. And then after in your code you can see that Dell object was created, and now the when Dell object is created, so what happens when Dell object is created? It will be the current instance would be the Dell. So the self will be is a reference which refers to the current instance. First time when HP was executed, the current reference was HP, instance was HP, and self keyword was referring to HP object. Whereas when it come to Dell, the current instance is Dell, so self is referring to the Dell object. I hope you're clear. So this was my video where I showed you how to write Python code to create class and object, and I explained about init. If you liked my video, please do like, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment box. I will definitely see to that, and I will try to explain that concepts. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in my next video.